Hello, everyone, and welcome to SharpCrad, where we help you make wiser and smarter study abroad decisions. So, I'm not recording this video on a professional camera or a setup, just opened up my webcam, started speaking because I think it was the need of the hour. And I see that a lot of you are worried about the immigration changes that the UK government is planning to bring. So let's understand what it is all about, what is going to happen, what has happened, and what are its implications specifically on you guys who are already studying in the UK, let's say the ones who started in 2024 or the ones who are planning to start in 2025. Okay, so first thing first, what has happened is that the new government in the UK, their approval rating has been going a bit down. Approval rating is basically that even if there's a government that is in power, there's like how many people are actually satisfied with the policies of that government. That rating has been going down, and it has traditionally been something in the Western countries that if the governments are not able to figure out what to do, they attack immigration. That it's like their uh, Brahmastra that okay, if they cannot understand how can we bring up the approval ratings, all right, let's talk about immigration and let's just showcase that, oh, we are doing something about it. So what happened is that the Honorable Prime Minister of the United Kingdom got published a white paper, and white paper is the keyword here, about the different changes that they are trying to bring into the UK's immigration system over the next few years or over the next few months. Let's see what happens. First of all, we need to understand what a white paper is. A white paper is like a research document. A research document means that, oh, these are the things that we can do. These are the things that are possibly, or it's like a thesis, right? Like during a master's degree, you publish a thesis. A white paper is more like a thesis. But of course, when the government is publishing a white paper, it has to be taken more seriously than just a thesis. Now, a white paper document is does not mean that the rules have changed. So I see that a lot of people are circulating on WhatsApp, on Instagram, etc. And I was actually waiting for one day to make this video, then let the dust settle, then I will be posting about it. Releasing a white paper does not mean that the rules have changed immediately. That's the first thing. Second thing being, each and every point that has been mentioned in the white paper will be going through extensive discussions. What that means is that, for example, one of the rules that is impacting a lot of people is that now the post-study work visa will reduce from 2 years to 18 months, right? Just the white paper being published does not mean that, oh, it is going to change. Yes, it might change. I'm not saying that for 100% it is not going to change, but it's going to go through a lot of deliberation. It's going to go through a lot of discussions in the parliament, and only then a decision would be made. In fact, the Russell Group of Universities made a post on LinkedIn yesterday, clarifying their stand on this particular change. And they talking about that, okay, what are the things that they would be doing to make sure that this does not happen, etc., etc. So this is one thing. Second thing being, whenever a major change like this comes into picture, whenever something like people losing out on 6 months of post-study work visa is not a joke. Whenever something like this comes into picture, the government announces it 8 to 10 months in advance. Let's take an example. When the graduate route visa, post-study work visa was introduced in July of 2021, even at that time, the announcement came almost an year back. When they removed dependents from January 2024, the announcement came 8 to 10 months in advance, right? Even last year, and it's very funny that the date last year was 14th of May when I made a video about post-study work visas review of the Migration Advisory Committee. Today is 13th of May when I am making the video about it. The last year students did not get impacted by any of the reviews. And even for this year, I am very confident that whatever changes the government brings in, it is not going to impact the upcoming batch. What's the reason behind that? The reason is that these students have made their decisions on the basis of the current policy. They have applied for the universities. A lot of you guys have paid your confirmation deposits. Some of you have applied for your visas as well. So all the decisions that you have made are on the basis of the policy that is in place as of now. If a policy and a very critical policy like post-study work visa changes, the government generally does not impact you. This is true for all the countries. For example, even in Canada recently, it was introduced that now, in order to get a post-study work visa, you need to be studying a course that is linked to the labor market shortage. Before that, anyone and everyone who was studying in Canada was getting a work permit. But the government announced a date that yes, if you have applied for your study permit before 1st of November, this rule does not apply on you. But if your study permit is, let's say, after 1st of November, this rule will apply on you. So for those of you who are going in September 2025, I can reassure you that I believe your post-study work visa is going to stay for 24 months itself. It's not going to be a challenge. And as far as the students going in 2026 or maybe September 2026 are concerned, we don't know what happens. We don't know what rules do actually get implemented from the white paper. Now, moving on to another aspect, which is the indefinite leave to remain aspect, and about removing the categories like the care visa, etc. So I honestly deep down feel that yes, the immigration system in the UK has been exploited quite a lot. There are a lot of shops, restaurants who employ people on a skilled worker visa at skills that require very low qualification. So the skilled worker visa, as the name suggests, is not for people to just get a certificate of sponsorship and work in the UK. It is for the government to attract and retain skilled engineers, skilled doctors, skilled physiotherapists, nurses, people who are skilled and people who are valuable to the economy in the long run. So the government is cracking down on this thing that yes, now the skilled worker visa would only be issued if your qualification or if your job requires an RQF level 6, that is a bachelor's degree or above qualification to do that job. And as far as the ILR aspect is concerned, I think that they have mentioned in the white paper that yes, we will be coming up with a different arrangement or a points-based system for the skilled people. So I still feel that yes, for the people who are in skilled professions, for the people who are doing good jobs, they won't have to wait for 10 years to get the ILR. Let's see what changes do they come up with. Maybe from 5 they might increase it to 7, maybe from 5 they might increase it to 6, or you don't know, that a new policy comes up and they reduce it to 3 years as well. So we will have to wait and watch on how these things go. Now my point of view on all of this is that whatever is happening is just politics. If they were really that fed up of the graduate route visa or the post-study work visa, they might have considered canceling it. They might have considered, reducing it to 6 months, 1 year. How does it make a difference if the students are, not getting to stay from 24 months to 18 months? I mean, I don't get it that what kind of a difference would it make if a student is getting to stay for 18 months instead of 24? I don't think that it's going to change the immigration numbers drastically or anything of that sort. It's just politics. The current prime minister is trying to appease the people in the UK that, hey, see, listen, we are trying to do something here. We are trying to do something about immigration. That is what is happening right now. But all in all, to put an end to your anxiety, the ones who are planning to study in September 2025, I am quite confident, I would say 99.99% confident that none of these changes are going to impact you as far as the post-study work visa is concerned. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more detailed, transparent content like this. Thank you so much.